This Week in Rage.
I'm angry. What a dick. I pay taxes, bitch. What?
Number 5.
Oh, these Miracle Ear commercials. They used to have the one that was like a little transistor radio with an earpiece, but now they have this new diabolical one, which looks like a little Bluetooth thing. It looks like a little headphone for a cell phone. And first off, well, they show the commercial. It's always the same thing. First off, it's the chick out in the wilderness, and she's listening to birds. First off, don't you get an ass full of birds as it is? I wish they'd pipe the F down. I don't want to hear more birds. I'd like less birds. I like to carve their vocal cords out. I like a silent bird. You know, I have the hairless dogs. How about a bird with no tongue? You know what I mean? I could get down with having a parrot as a pet if it would shut the F up. So, I don't like the way bird sounds, but it's a BS thing, because you don't get it to listen to birds. It's like, you ever see, when I was a kid, I'd go to the Army surplus store, and I'd see the vibrators in the back of the counter they had there. It's like, and they'd show the chick holding it to her neck.
Yeah, it's a massage tool.
Yeah, and I think to myself, wait a minute, sweetie, you ain't putting it on your neck, are you? It's the same thing with these and the birds. Nobody goes there to listen to birds. You know what you do? You want to overhear. You want to eavesdrop. You want to hear other people's conversations. Yes. Which, by the way, is an invasion of my privacy. When I'm talking about the Patriot Act, I can't call you a douchebag from across the room without you knowing about it. And by the way, guess who will be called the douchebag when you're at the gym and you're on the treadmill and there's the two hot chicks in the 80s leotards standing? By the way, every one of these commercials looks like somebody built a time machine, went back to 1988 and cast it. Every single one of these infomercials somehow was cast with central casting and a central time machine. But the point is this, and they're always doing that thing where it's always good, too, where they're going, that guy's cute on the treadmill. I wouldn't want this Miracle Ear because I know 90% of what I would hear is, Carolla's a douchebag. Would somebody buy that guy a toothbrush? For the love of Christ. Look. Either you get him deodorant or I'm going to do it. I swear to God, I'm going to get drunk at the Christmas party this year. And you know he's going to get a big chub pack of men in this year for me. I swear to God. Unmarked card. I swear to Christ I'll tell that Carolla to his face. Jesus, does he ever floss? Does he ever shut up? You know 90% of what you would hear with your Miracle Ear, eventually you'd kill yourself, right? How many days walking around with that Miracle Ear before the birds and the smack talking just force you to actually swallow it? Wait a minute. The other scenario is the old lady's at church, and she's using the Miracle Ear. Look, if you're at church and you can't hear what the guy's saying, either A, God doesn't want you to know what's going on, or B, you need to go to a black church. Nobody needs a goddamn Miracle Ear at the black church. I've been to the mountain! I've been to the mountain! Like, there's no, What's Reverend Wright saying? I'm sorry, I got one of the back pews. I showed up late. What's he saying? Yeah, go to a black church. No Miracle Ear. Show up with miracle muffs.
God has a Miracle Ear. That's how God can hear us praying.
Yes. I feel like I would buy the Miracle Muff at the Army surplus store.
Number 4.
Longevity tips. Tips in general, but especially these goddamn longevity tips. What we do is we find people that somehow just genetically have the predisposition to live long. I don't know why. They're always smoking and drinking Johnny Walker and eating red meat and Cheetos, but no, we got to sit down and talk to the old black guy. 112 years young. How'd you make it? I start off every morning with a bowl of styrofoam packing peanuts. And I don't use milk. I use Johnny Walker Black Label. And then I drink, and then I smoke unfiltered Lucky Stripes. And then I watch TV. And I actually have a radon machine. I put my head under it and I suck it up like it's some kind of ventilator. And then I go to work in an asbestos factory building shifts. That's why I want them to tell me a tip. Because according to them, and these are always the same guys, it's never the health food nuts, it's never a guy, it's never the juicing guy with the huge eyebrows. It's always the same person from the small town in Louisiana. And this bitch they had on CNN 2 days ago, Cheetos. Cheeto, Bull Brian, will you find that stupid it's too long. It's too long. But the answer was Cheetos. She said eat Cheetos. Eat something that's painted orange, that's super high in cholesterol, saturated fats, red dye number 15, and sodium. That's the key to longevity? Thanks for the tip, bitch.
Number 3.
And the newscasters always laugh like they're either dealing with retarded kids or animals when they come by. Isn't that sweet? All right.
Number 3.
People who abuse the 911 system. This is a system that is set up for emergencies. Me throwing a party with the stereo too loud is not an emergency. A cat in a tree is not an emergency.
McCain's brother sitting in traffic. The traffic's not an emergency. Jeff Conaway wants to leave rehab. That's not an emergency.
That's right. You can't get the lid off the pickle jar and you're picking up the blower now. We give tremendous fines in this society. If you're driving in the diamond lane and there's only one of you, that's going to be $500. And if you park in a handicap zone and you don't have a placard, well, that's going to be some more money. You see, we don't like people abusing the system. Why? Because we get a busy signal when we have a real emergency. How about we start finding the F out of these idiots that abuse this system? And it's pretty easy. Cop shows up, sees there's no emergency, sees the ace man's not playing a stereo too loud, and old lady with the miracle ear, you may want to turn it up because I got some choice words for you. You're going to get your old ass fine. Now go back in, eat some Cheetos, live to 115, kiss your miracle ear, and you owe the government $450. And the next time you think about picking up the phone because your neighbor's cat's in the tree, well, think again.
Oh, no. Frozen. Hang on. There you go.
Number 2.
Celebrities. What happened to celebrities acting like celebrities? I mean, you see Leonardo DiCaprio now. He's driving a Prius. My sister has a Prius. My sister drives the same car that Leonardo DiCaprio drives. Back in the day, do you think a Carolla would drive the same car Dean Martin drove? Dean Martin would drive a Stutz Bearcat.
Hell yeah.
Like these guys drove like, they would take their cars and they'd go, how about a Cadillac? Not good enough. How about a Rolls Royce? Not good enough. I need you to make me a car. Literally, that's what they would do. They would drive around big white wall tires, spoked rims, knockoffs, big grills everywhere. They'd give them out as gifts. And then, when it came time to build a custom home, infinity pool? Nah, I don't think so. Kidney bean-shaped pool? Nah, I don't think so. You know how I make my living? I play the guitar. And I want my pool shaped like a guitar, so when I'm swimming, I know who paid for the pool and how I paid for it. I'm swimming in the thing that paid for the pool. Liberace. Say what you want about the old queen, but he was smart enough to get a pool shaped like a piano. And I'll tell you this, it was an upright. The water actually stood.
Player piano.
It was a player piano, like at Shakey's. No, it was a grand and no baby grand either. No, not for Liberace. He had one that's shaped like, well, in Jane Mansfield. Boobs. No,
oh my gosh.
Shaped like a heart. These when celebrities did celebrity things. We don't do celebrity things as celebrities anymore. I'm driving a Prius. I have a lap pool in my backyard. Come on, celebrities, start acting like it.
Number 1.
The water bottle scam.
Oh, the scam, the scourge of the multi-billion-dollar water bottle industry. When you go out to restaurants, now listen, water in general is a scam. Look, I watch those shows. I watch those 2020 shows and all that crap every Friday night. I see when John Stossel does those reports. Does the same thing every time. Get the high-end bottled water, get the L.A. municipal water or the New York municipal water, the stuff that comes right out of the goddamn spigot, send it to an independent lab, tell me which one is better for you, and then do a blind taste test. Guess which one comes out on top every time, but yet we pay top dollar when we go to the restaurants. And I don't mind you paying for the mineral water. Why? Well, it came from a spring and it's got some goddamn minerals and bubbles in it. But this is flat water. Flat table water. And you're spending, and you know the bottle. It comes in a goddamn perfume bottle. It's thicker than it is tall. And then pouring it in, and you know it's $11 a pop to drink what no person, even the CEO of said highfalutin, hoity-toity flat water company, even he couldn't tell the difference. I would love to get all these bastards and tell them if they could tell the difference between their product and what came out of my goddamn hose in North Hollywood. But $11 a pop, and here's where the scam comes in. The confusion. Because this is a moneymaker for the restaurants. They don't make money at the linguine, and they don't make money with the steaks. They make money at the bar, but the booze costs money. Yes, they make the real money with the water, because they say to the guy, well, what would you like? A little water for the table? And by the way, they're always pushing it. They go hard. They push that water. Anything they push means it costs you money and it makes them money. It's like when you buy a stereo. You want a warranty? You should get the warranty. You know, warranty. Can we sign you up for warranty? That means they're ripping you off. Anytime they want you to do something, it means you're losing money. And when those guys come to the table, what do they do? Can we start you off with some water? We get some water from the table. Would you like some water? There's always some yahoo who's ordering the flat water, but they just mean the tap water. You see, there's confusion. Would you like some bubbly water, flat water, or just good old tap? And I like when they add this sort of demeaning, hey, cheapos, just the stuff that comes out of the spigot, your cheapness? Yes. And then half the people at the table go, yeah, just give me the regular flat stuff. And they mean the tap stuff, but they bring back the water and they start pouring it. Once they pop the hymen on the cap, once they bust that cherry, there's nothing you can do but pay. And you seem like the world's cheapest guy on the planet. And I did the other night at the House of Blues when I called the waiter back and said, I think she was just talking about regular water. And by the way, I'll take home your water in a doggy bag, too. T?
If dinner's on you.
When I pay for dinner, I take home your food if you're not finished.
Right.
I won't tell you when to stop, but you're not taking it home. But I'll take your beverage, too.
Well, I'll tell you what, we've decided that it's annoying when every scam has gate at the end, but this water swindle. Watergate.
Nice. And T, we go out to eat again and you order iced tea and you can't finish it? I'm taking it home and literally
what are you gonna put it in?
A doggy bag. But because I'm a celebrity, shaped like a dog.
Until next time.
Hold on a second.
This week.
Oh, what an ass.
In Rage.